The sun has seemingly finally set on JLO. She's the next celebrity in a series of fame-hungry stars who have taken their desire for fame too far and didn't let themselves die the hero, so they became the villain. What people used to find endearing about Jennifer 20 years ago simply don't anymore. As culture has changed, JLO has not adapted. The whole world is dogpiling on her right now for allegedly thinking that her whole career is allegedly a scam. And the veil has finally been lifted off of her alleged web of lies. In her alleged narcissistic pursuit of having some sort of Beyonce, Taylor Swift-esque iconic year where she's taking over every form of media and being the it girl of the year, she has become the it flop of the year, the leader of the flop summit, if you will. JLO is flopping harder than anyone has ever in her whole life. So let's look into why the public hates her currently, how bad her movie, documentary, album, and tour have all flopped, allegedly, and the depths of her alleged lies. And why am I saying alleged? Because Jennifer Lopez, being the real, unclockably honest, truthful girl, has sent me a cease and desist in the past, which I am going to show you at the end of this video and read through the whole entire thing, so stay tuned for that. By the way, I am Patty. I'm the professor here at Culture Universitea, where you learn everything going on in the world of pop culture. This is an AP course, so you better be seated with your notebook out, ready to take some notes, and be the teacher's pet, or I will spank you with the ruler that includes subscribing, like the video. The last two videos I've been doing super well, so if we can get this to 2,000 likes, I'd be so appreciative. And yeah, stick around because there's a lot of iconic pop culture content to come. So let's start with the whole world exposing her fakeness. Everyone is finally exposing her, and like Lizzo, I have to say, it's about damn time. Because Jennifer Lopez, to me, has been so obviously projecting this aura of I'm real in all of her albums her whole life. And you know when people say, if people will tell you when they're lying to you because they'll keep looking where they're lying and they'll keep making sure their lie is still in place. She's projecting. She's not real as she claims. She's not really Jenny from the block. And honestly, at this point, the block should block her. The block should send her a cease and desist because she will not stop talking about how she's from the Bronx and how she's so real, but she's not real. She's nothing like that. She's nothing of the sort. She is fake. Allegedly. Everything in this video is alleged. Jennifer Marr, her lawyer, who sent me a cease and desist, it's alleged. It's alleged that JLo is not a legend, okay? Anyway, no, JLo is a legend, and this video isn't not me shitting on her. I actually want to like JLo, and I think the whole world does too, but we cannot like her as much as JLo loves herself. But anyway, the whole world is blowing up her spot. We're done with her, we're exposing her, and there's been so many amazing viral clips of her using this air of I'm from the Bronx as a way to elicit endearment or illicit relatability that is simply not there, and people are done with the shtick. So they've been posting these videos and making fun of them and actually telling the world that she is not from the Bronx at all. So check these clips out.
Another girl from the Bronx, not to be confused.
Path I've taken from the streets of the Bronx. I'm a New Yorker! On the 6th, that's how I used to get from the Bronx to Manhattan. A little girl in the Bronx. All my New Yorkers in the house! I was the Bronx girl.
I like taking my hair out like this. It reminds me like when I was 16 in the Bronx.
Little fun fact, I was on the set of that shoot. It took her 12 times. We did 12 takes for that commercial. 12 takes. 12 takes. That's insane. 12 times. And that was the one that they went with. Dude, she hadn't even when she was 16, she wasn't in the Bronx. She was already in movies as a kid.
Something else that real New Yorkers say.
F you!
And what was your go-to order at the bodega?
My go-to order at the bodega was ham and cheese on a roll with an orange drink, if you know, you know, and a small bag of chips.
Bronx and the hood are tired. I want to start a GoFundMe just to collectively represent the Bronx against JLo at this point. When I say JLo is a delusional chaos demon, this is what I mean. First of all, you're not relatable. You are worth $400 million.
I truly have left this woman alone for years. I have just been annoyed in silence since high school. And guess what? I'm a Puerto Rican woman from the Bronx who went to the same high school as you, and you're lying. I saw your high school photo. You did not have hair like that. And we also both attended an all-girls Catholic high school in an Irish and Italian neighborhood. So you weren't running up and down the block. You know damn well you were sitting next to Megan Farley and Christine Marchetti in class. Why are you lying? Please stop using us to look human. We are sick of you. You don't do shit for us. Keep our names out of your mouth. We're not running up and down the block. Not all of us do that for kicks. You're stupid.
To me, I've always noticed that JLo is definitely fake. Even when I was like 10 years old and she would come on the screen, I would look around and I'd be like, is anyone buying this bullshit? She's clearly projecting some sort of character or identity. And a lot of celebrities do that, but she is doing it in a way that is so far-fetched, and it's just, I mean, is she the best actress? I don't think so. So even when she's playing this role of I'm real, I'm from the Bronx, we can see right through it. And some examples of her just that I have specifically noticed that I haven't seen people talking about online, where I realized, why is she trying to be someone she's not? Like, JLo, we like you for you. Those things, I would say, like, when she signed off at the Super Bowl with Shakira, and she used that really thick, like, almost, I mean, I don't know what Spanish country or whatever, but she used an accent that she does not have. She was like, thank you so much.
Muchas gracias. Thank you so much. Mi gente latino.
As if she's Shakira at the end of the fucking performance. And I was like, no, girl, like, Shakira's right next to you. You're JLo. Just say, like, thank you, you know, or fuck you, like she says people from New York say. I don't know. But then also in her other documentary, Halftime, where she was, you know what, that was a good concept, the film Halftime, because she's kind of like at that halfway point in her life, and she was doing the Super Bowl halftime. Like, it could have been a really cute, endearing thing. But in that documentary, she was talking about how she wanted to win an Oscar for Hustlers. Huh? Girl, like, you would be... I think you should have shot for like an MTV Movie Award with that one. Like, I think that's what you should have been hoping to win if Sydney Sweeney doesn't take it out from under you. She knows how to play another person on screen, but she doesn't know how to act. Do you know what I'm saying? And she can't expect to be awarded for this stuff. So I want to say that JLo is also getting terrible reviews for the whole 3-part project she's putting out right now. And some people are saying JLo was delusional for even wanting to put this out. I agree. But I also want to say I don't think she's as delusional as people think she is, because I understand what she was trying to do with this. She is 55 years old, and I think she wanted this documentary, movie, album, and the album to be her like magnum opus. She wanted this to mean a lot, and she wanted to kind of dedicate her life to this for the whole last year, so she could have this monumental moment that kind of summarizes her whole career, and this is going to be like her swan song of some sort. So I understand her ambition, but unfortunately her ambition was coated in too much delusion. She thought because she is a legacy act similar to Beyonce and Taylor, where they have a whole legacy to leave behind them, that she would be able to pull the numbers that they did on their tours and their concert films or music films. But the difference between Beyonce and Taylor's ambition, which we love, like JLo, we love your ambition, but Beyonce and Taylor, they had a lot of evidence and proof of success in a very recent past that they would be successful with their last tours and albums, whereas JLo had none of that. I don't know why she wanted to invest $20 million of her own dollars into this film for it to completely flop, which, by the way, Jennifer's net worth is $400 million. So it's not like we're looking at some, you know, like entrepreneur that went broke after they made a huge long shot for a business. She's not going broke. She's fine. So I don't think I should play the tiny violin for her. But I just feel like when I watched the movie, which I didn't really want to watch, but I watched it for voyeuristic psychological reasons, it just reminded me of every other JLo project I've ever seen. She's good at thinking of a concept, but the execution is always really bad, and I just felt scammed after. Like, that's how I usually feel after watching JLo pieces of work. But JLo has done some great things in her past. Like, we gotta give her flowers. I think JLo made me realize I'm gay at the age of 13, or like I kind of already knew, like, come on. But when she put out that music video for Alaya Papi, and there was like 50 bulges just everywhere, just dick, cock, like everywhere, it was life-changing for me. I was watching that every day, and I didn't even know, like, oh my God, like, I don't even want to get into it, but I was watching that every single day. Also, The Boy Next Door, that movie, oh, come on, girl. We knew you just wanted to have an excuse to get all intimate with that young man like that. And we loved every minute of it. So thank you. But people think JLo has taken her this ambitious goal of having a 3-part, like, taking over the year as if she's Margot Robbie and Barbie or Taylor Swift. They think it was just out of narcissism. So the reviews for her 3-part trilogy flop series were really bad. On IMDb, allegedly, this is all alleged, but this is a review. This person said, where to start? Admittedly, I'm not even a JLo fan, but I wasn't rooting against her, or at least I wasn't until seeing this. I was in awe in the worst possible way. I cannot fathom the level of ego and cognitive dissonance required to believe that not only was the world waiting with bated breath to see a feature film that details your love life, but that it's wise to spend $20 million of your own money producing it. I don't begrudge her or her success in her life or in her work, but her self-obsession is unreal. This next review said, bless her heart. The secondhand embarrassment while watching this is just painful. I couldn't watch it other than snippets. So all the reviews were terrible of the movie, and then the album also did very bad. It debuted at number 38 on Billboard with only 14K in sales, and to be honest, like, there's a lot of acts that you think JLo is more famous than that are pulling much better numbers than that. Allegedly, Lamente, JLo is devastated by this immense flop. She is devastated because she's never faced this kind of failure before in her career. Her tour is also doing very, very, very bad. They had to cancel so many dates in cities like New Orleans and other places in America that were just not selling out like she was hoping for, and they originally branded it as a tour for this new era, This Is Me Now, but it was actually rebranded to a greatest hits tour because no one knew the album This Is Me Now, so no one was going to buy it. But it was actually seeing like the celebrity ego death, and that's what the film became about for me. It was not a celebrity getting to their highest peak of life before they kind of like, you know, retire or doze off, but seeing a celebrity keep trying to clamor for fame when just no one really wants it anymore, and the celebrity ego death was there. And I think the only real part in the documentary where she broke down crying at the end, where she was talking about she feels like she can never do anything right and can never fully succeed at something, and that was the only real part in the documentary because that explained why she's even making it. Do you know what I'm saying? So I actually think we got some pretty good moments in there, but it just came across delusional. But I tried to see the heart of it, and I'm trying not to completely hate her. But she kept not being herself. She's never being herself, and that's why she can never succeed at things like she was crying about. She'll never fully succeed at something if she never is fully herself, and she's never been fully herself, allegedly. She's never been from the block. So to continue not being herself, she does extremely fake things, allegedly, and tries to silence people like myself. So for the next part of this video, I just want to talk about how JLo does not, allegedly, sing her own songs. She's pulling a Milli Vanilli on the low.
The biggest conspiracy theory about Jennifer Lopez is that she has no vocal talent, she's a fraud, and she does not sing her own songs.
Mariah said, quote, if I had the luxury of not actually having to sing my own songs, I'd do that.
Allegedly, because it has been a pretty well-known fact, and I thought I wasn't saying anything new when I made a TikTok telling the world that she allegedly does not sing her own songs, and there's a bunch of proof of this. Remember when Ayo Edebiri was her guest on SNL, and they kind of had a really awkward moment because right before they were paired up on SNL, Ayo went on a podcast and said JLo's career is the longest running scam in Hollywood because she allegedly doesn't sing her own songs. And Mariah Carey said, when she was talking about how Jennifer Lopez says she needs 8 hours of sleep a night, but Mariah Carey only gets like 3 or 4 when she's working on an album, Mariah, being the iconic legend queen of shade she is, said, I would get 8 hours of sleep too if I had the luxury of not actually singing my own songs. So I didn't think I was saying anything new. So I made this whole TikTok kind of like going off on her for not singing her own songs, kind of exposing it in a way, but I framed the whole thing as a conspiracy theory, hence theory, not saying it's actual fact, but that did not stop her lawyers from contacting me and sending me a cease and desist. And I think it's just because the video got like 8 million views, so you know, when things blow up, you kind of have to force people to take them down. I posted it on like 5 different platforms, so they wanted me to take it off of all of them. But Jennifer, I just want to let you know, like, your lawyer Jennifer did not even care about you enough to check if I really took it off of every single platform, because I didn't. I left it up on Instagram and your lawyers did not even give a shit. Maybe that's just another yes man in your camp. But I just want to read this cease and desist to you, and there's actually a really hilarious story behind it. So this was in December 2022, and I'm going to show it, even though the last paragraph of this says, this is a confidential legal notice. It may not be published in whole or part. Anyway, it's been long enough. I've contacted people. I'm allowed to share this and talk about it, so it's completely okay. But there's a part in this cease and desist that says, please contact us within 12 hours from our delivery to you of this letter to confirm your understanding and compliance with the foregoing. Furthermore, please feel free to contact us and discuss the matter. I'm not talking to her team, but I did not see this email in the first 12 hours. I saw it after 4 days, so I was very late in responding to her. So here I am coming out of, like, in the moment. That week was very hard for me because me and my boyfriend broke up that week. So the only week in my whole life that I'm not on my phone because I'm so depressed and I'm just crying every single day and I cannot talk to anyone or see anyone. I'm just crying. And there's photos of me like crying in bed, as every Gen Z person does. They take photos of ourselves crying to prove that we're not emotionless. I come out of this like depression and I check my email for the first time with tears in my eyes, and there's an email from someone named Jennifer Marr, who is Jennifer Lopez's lawyer, because she's such an alleged narcissist that her lawyer needs to have the same name as her. And it says at the top, Jennifer Lopez, Party Pop Culture, cease and desist order. Oh my God. So I saw it after 4 days and I was freaking out. I was like, oh my God, Jennifer from the block JLO is about to take me to the JLO because I did not respond to this quick enough. And in the cease and desist, they're really trying to threaten me here. It says, so they sent me this 3 months after I posted the video. We recently became aware in approximately August 2022, you created and published a post on your official YouTube account found at the URL sent forth herein below, which features the unauthorized use of our client's EP, including without limitation our client's name, image, and likeness, purporting to provide certain audio recordings of our client's vocals, including without limitation, pre-existing sound recordings and the musical compositions embodied therein and derivatives thereof, which copyrights are owned exclusively by the artist and or certain third parties, and purporting to provide biological information and or facts about our client which are intentionally defamatory, false, misleading, and inaccurate, with and exhibit a reckless disregard of the truth. Defamatory statements. By the way, I'm like the 7,000th person to say this, and all the girls who have recorded songs for her have said, I recorded songs for her. I'm not saying she uses their vocals completely, but other people do sing on her songs. People even make Eras Tour posters of the other girls' faces that have tried to be the JLO voice. This post falsely infers that our client is endorsing, represented by, or otherwise connected to you and the account, and or that the information, images, audio, defamatory statements, and other elements embodied in the post are bona fide, true, or accurate, or authorized by our client. First of all, no one thinks JLO gave me permission to post that, and no one thinks she was linked up with me, as if I went to the block where she's allegedly from, the proverbial block, to show her the video before I posted it. No one thinks me and JLO are in cahoots. No one thinks JLO gave me permission for that. Also, the name Jennifer Lopez is public domain. Anyone is allowed to speak about it, but the JLO camp is just so intense that they send out all these cease and desists. Now I feel like I'm okay to talk about it because it's been over a year, and they can't send a billion cease and desists in a week, and everyone is smearing her name through the mud. So little old me, I don't think they're gonna come for this time. I was flattered by that in the first place. I was like, wow, little old me has you so pressed, Miss JLO, Miss apparently Oscar award winning music superstar who thought she could sell out a stadium tour. Little old me on TikTok has you depressed. As you are aware, our artist has not granted you or any of your affiliates or representatives or any third party associated with you any rights to use the artist's IP. As the post is unauthorized, false, and misleading. Yeah. It's false. Okay, girl. Whatever you say, whatever delusional state you want to keep on living in, let me enable you. Let me agree with you and tell you that it's false. Allegedly. On behalf of our client, we hereby request that you immediately take down and remove the post and delete any copies in your possession. They also turned off the sound on it on TikTok, so they were going to silence me one way or another before I could even take it down. Copies in your possession and any of the elements embodied therein, including without limitation the audio, as well as any other similar social media posts relating to our client. They never want me to post about Jennifer Lopez again. Well, now everyone in the whole world is, and honestly, I'm actually being nice to her in this, so you should want me to post about you. But it's weird that they just go to such crazy extents. They want me to keep the video in case they want to sue me, but they also want to have me delete every single copy of this video that exists on the planet. Clearly, they just wanted to send me this to scare me. They didn't even check if I took it down completely. But since I was so depressed, I didn't like care to fight them back or just, you know, or really have any argument with them or even try to play the legal game. I did consult with lawyers and they were like, they would have no true case because you framed it as a theory and they're not going to take you to court over like these defamatory statements. That's very hard to prove and they would just not win in this case. In my depressed indifference, I just kind of like sassily respond to Jennifer Marr, her lawyer, and I go, "Hi, Jennifer. I've read and understand. I will take down the post in any versions of it. Thank you." And that's all it was. I just said, hey, Jennifer Marr, I don't really give a shit. I'll take down the post. And honestly, the damage was done. The money still came through for me with the post. The followers still came through. Let me know what you guys think of JLO. If you think she is fake or real, or if you even give a shit about her anymore. Tell me if you would see her on tour. But yeah, this whole situation was kind of just hilarious to me. So thank you guys for watching this video. I really appreciate you. Make sure to subscribe, like the post. We'll see if I get any other cease and desist. I'm always talking about celebrities, so who knows what else I will have to say about that whole game. And yeah, just like the video, share it, subscribe. I have a podcast, Pop Culture University, where we talk about the ever-changing current state of pop culture and what's going on in the world. So check that out on Spotify, Pop Culture University. Check me out on TikTok, Instagram, Petty Pop Culture. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye, students. Mwah.